Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Even though Jamie Hepburn has been moved to a new department and allegedly the Ministry of Independence is no more, it seems that although officially it does not exist, in reality it still does. It's still doing the work, and presumably there are civil servants still being paid to do it. And we know this because of the pledge the SNP have made to continue producing very expensive glossy brochures that nobody reads for an independence in the future that just isn't going to happen. Their wet dream needs to be made into reality. And so if they have brochures, they can point to it and say, hey, look, we're moving towards independence, everybody. Get ready, it's coming. Even though it probably won't happen in my lifetime. They do like wasting your money, don't they? Not their own. Oh no. I think personally, as this is a party matter, not a government matter, that perhaps the SNP should be billed. Let's bill them the total cost of that department over its last 13 months. Let's see them pay that particular bill. So we'll take a quick look at this to see why, even though there is no Ministry of Independence, even though independence is the minority view, even though there is zero chance of a referendum within the next 15 to 20 years, they're still splashing out and wanking away millions producing brochures for an independence that cannot possibly happen. And even if miraculously in 30 years' time it did, those brochures would be worthless because everything else in the world will have changed. Let's take a look. So, SNP government to continue spending taxpayer cash on Skexit papers despite Independence Minister axe. Now, very quickly before we get into this story in full, I will say that the shenanigans within YouTube are going on, and I'm going to give you a brief example and ask you to help out. It seems the impressions, which is the number of times it sort of randomly flashes up on screens, is down over 90%. And comments are going missing. And all sorts of shadiness is going on. And there's much unsubscribing against people's will. It seems my channel has been targeted. And it's not the only one. There are others as well that I know of. For some reason, this is happening. You can help massively. Two things. Number one, check you're still subscribed, because you may be unsubscribed against your will. If you're not subscribed, do please hit subscribe. But very, very important, and this is ultimately really, really important with the video, hit the thumbs up. I want to do this, today. I want to show every video getting a lot of thumbs up, because I want to show that is what's going to course correct it, because I think we're being targeted. So definitely hit the thumbs up for the video. Anyway, get back. Despite John Swinney axing his Independence Minister Jamie Hepburn, his government will continue to publish papers in the Building a New Scotland series, even though it won't happen. It can't happen, and it never will happen. The bill for these is more than £20,000. And that's just £20,000 for the cost of actually producing these brochures. It's not the cost of the £100,000 a year, £120,000 a year minister. It's not the cost of all the civil servants who have to go and sit and work in that department. That's all get added on. It's millions. The 200,000 is like really only sort of the printing costs. It's millions. Make no bones about it. Money that could be better spent elsewhere, I think. The Scottish Government will continue to spend taxpayer cash, interesting Freudian slip, on breaking up the UK, as it confirmed that Skexit prospectuses will still be published, despite the Independence Minister role being axed. So while I got rid of him, they still want to keep pushing the same old tripe onto people, and people aren't buying it, of course. It's now, I think the latest poll was 56% no. So if anything, they're going backwards, and yet they're still spending all this money, taxpayer money, on producing things that nobody wants, and indeed nobody reads. These things are produced and nobody's reading them. The new First Minister Swinney came under fire from some in the nationalist camp for getting rid of the role which focused specifically on independence. But I suspect that this is not a devolved matter, this is a party matter, and shouldn't even be a role. This is now coming under Angus Robertson's substantial brief, and indeed, given his girth, some substantial briefs. He will be still fronting the Building a New Scotland series of publications. So, whilst that department's gone, you're still going to have all these people running around doing the same old shit under a new name. Meet new boss, just like the old boss. Only he's doing it from 30,000 feet and the champagne. What happened there? Anyway, critics have lambasted the new SNP leader for continuing to push forward with the divisive policies when he claimed he would bring a fresh start to Scottish politics. His fresh start means doing exactly the same thing as the previous regime with exactly the same people in place. Tired, stale, no ideas, no clue, no hope. Nothing's changed. And yet he says, we're having a fresh start. Yes, it's a fresh start on yesterday man's whole raison. Nothing. Even the reason even the scope he has to push for a referendum is exactly the same. Oh, it's the most number of seats, which of course is not a mandate. A Scottish Government spokesman says, as the First Minister set out, work in the constitutional portfolio will continue to be taken forward by Angus Robertson, although nobody knows why. Working with the Cabinet and the relevant portfolio ministers, and it's blah, blah, blah. It's basically, we haven't got anything else to do. We've got nothing new to offer. We're continuing with the same old complete and utter shite, because not one of us has got a new idea. Not one of us knows how to go forward. Not one of us has any plans. And so we're just going to rely on the sad, failed, hackneyed plans of my predecessor. Sad, isn't it? Coming up. One of the biggest problems is you've got a party with very low IQ who have tried everything and failed, have got no more ideas of what to do, and so just keep regurgitating them. You know, putting a fresh lick of paint on an old ruckety shack, basically. You know, they're taking independence and they're redefining it, you know, trying to present it in a new light. I'm surprised they haven't tried respelling it in the hope that nobody would notice. But that's what they are. That's who they are. They've got nothing else. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Definitely please hit the like button. It's really, really important. We've got to push this because I think, as I say, that YouTube are targeting the channel because I say things that they don't like, you know, childcare, strong government, you know, all the sort of things that they don't like. So who knows? Anyway, till next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Bye.